The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Ridge's death will shake up the town this December. This is a shocking twist in the plot, not only because of the death of one of the key characters, but also because of the unpredictable consequences it will bring to family relationships and work in the fashion world. Ridge's death in particular will reveal dark conspiracies and betrayals that few had expected before, while pushing the characters' relationships into a tense and dramatic situation. Many fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have been following the complicated relationship between Hope and Carter recently, both of whom have made strategic moves to publicly announce Carter's plan to consolidate power in Forrester Creations, a move that could change the entire leadership structure of the Forrester family. Hope, with her powerful influence, stood behind Carter to push him to take a higher position and even the opportunity to bring Hope back to the company that the Forrester family had built. This was a bold move, but not without reason. Hope not only wanted to see Carter succeed, but also wanted to ensure that the Forrester company would go in the direction she believed was right. However, all of their plans were threatened when Ridge, who had always held a firm grip on power in the Forrester family, discovered the plot between Hope and Carter. Ridge, with his leadership and protective nature towards his family, could not accept such a major change in the company's power structure. He felt betrayed and could not let Carter's plan succeed, especially when Carter was pushing for steps that could put him at the top. Ridge knew that if Carter took power, his position and that of the Forrester family members would be seriously shaken. When Ridge learned of the plot, he decided to intervene. In a meeting with Carter, he tried to convince his friend and colleague to abandon the plan. With patience and understanding, Ridge advised Carter to end his relationship with Hope and stop continuing the coup plan in the company. He believed that this would not only protect his family, but also help Carter avoid potential dangers that he had not foreseen. But Carter was not one to give up easily. He did not let himself be persuaded, but continued to carry out his plan. Carter believed that Hope was his supporter, and that the power in his hands would benefit the company, as well as his own career. Carter's confidence seemed to blind him to the serious consequences that betrayal to Ridge and the Forrester family could bring. Therefore, although Ridge gave the best advice, this advice did not work on Carter. Unable to accept this situation, Ridge decides to take drastic action. He knows that the only way to stop Carter from achieving his goals is to take away Carter's last chance to seize power. Ridge has no choice but to do what is necessary to protect the company and his family. Ridge's determination is clearly shown when he decides to go to Carter's apartment, where he believes he can find an important detail that Carter is hiding. At Carter's apartment, Ridge will make a bold move to steal important decisions and signatures that Carter needs to take power. These signatures are not only a vital part of Carter's plan, but also the official seal for him to become the new leader at Forrester. Ridge knows that only these decisions can stop Carter's progress. This is not a small action, but a grand strategy carried out in the dark, and will have far-reaching effects on both the Forrester family and Carter's career. One tense evening, Ridge went to Carter's apartment determined to stop his plans. In a state of tension and anxiety, Ridge searched Carter's bedroom without leaving any corner untouched. His goal was clear: to find a decision signed by him and Steffi, which would help Carter carry out his plan to seize power in Forrester. Ridge understood that if he did not stop it in time, Carter could easily take over and put the company in his hands. Finally, after a long and tiring search, Ridge discovered the decision he was looking for. Overjoyed, he thought that Carter's plan had been ruined. This was the moment when Ridge felt like he had won this power struggle. However, his joy did not last long. Just as Ridge was about to leave with the decision in hand, Carter suddenly returned to the apartment. He had no idea that Ridge had discovered his plot, and when he saw Ridge holding the important decision, Carter immediately understood what was going on. At this moment, the tension between the two escalated rapidly. Carter, with all his determination and scheming, could not let Ridge destroy his plan. The two began to struggle, and Carter showed an unshakable determination. The feeling of being threatened and defeated drove him crazy, and in his extreme anger, Carter could no longer keep his composure. Faced with this tense and dangerous situation, he did not hesitate to act impulsively. In a frenzy, Carter rushed into the kitchen, looking for a weapon. He grabbed a knife and turned to confront Ridge. Although Ridge tried to push Carter back, Carter's anger and determination were stronger than ever. The first stab left Ridge unable to react, and in that moment, Carter seemed to lose all reason. Under the control of his anger, Carter continued to stab Ridge repeatedly, until he was no longer able to resist. Each stab, each wound was like a blow to Carter's sense of justice and morality. At this point, there was no longer any sign of a rational man. Carter was simply someone obsessed with losing control, and he acted on instinct without regard for the consequences. When Ridge finally stopped resisting, Carter stopped and stood there, panting, looking at the lifeless body of the man he had just killed. As the anger subsided and his sanity returned, Carter began to realize the terrible truth of what he had done. He could not believe his eyes seeing Ridge lying motionless on the floor with blood all around him. Fear, regret, and guilt began to rise within Carter. He realized that he had gone too far, beyond the limits of what a human being could endure. Carter, who had been a lawyer, was now faced with a crime he could not deny. Part of him wanted to run away, leave everything behind and start over, but the sense of guilt and the consequences of his actions made it difficult for him to do so. He wondered if he could deny this truth, or would he have to face justice? What would Carter do next? Would he plead guilty and face the consequences of his actions, or would he run away with Hope to find a way to escape justice? Hope, who is planning to join Carter in seizing power in Forrester, may face a difficult decision when she learns that Carter has committed murder. Will Hope help Carter escape, or will she turn against him and decide to protect her own future? As Carter and Hope are drawn into a vicious cycle of crime, complex situations and difficult choices will put them in unprecedented danger. Ridge's death is not only a personal tragedy, but also a fateful turning point in Carter's life. Now he must face not only the legal consequences, but also a personal reckoning that will likely haunt him for the rest of his life. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver thrilling moments with unpredictable twists and turns as characters face life or death decisions. Will Carter be able to find a way to save the day, or will the truth finally catch up with him? This story will definitely continue to heighten the drama and create a new stormy chapter for the characters in the film.